Priya woke up at 7 a.m. after 8 hours of sleep. She laid there in her bed for a while, trying to understand why she still felt like she has not got any sleep last night. Her joints were not in a flare, her medication were working, her labs looked reasonably normal. But she was still exhausted. Not just tired, exhausted. The kind that sits in your bones. She mentioned it at her rheumatology appointment. Her doctor checked her labs, said everything looked stable, and he moved on. That was it. If that sounds familiar to you, if fatigue is the thing nobody in your care team actually addresses, this video is for you. Your rheumatologist treats your joints. Today, I'm going to explain your fatigue, and I'm going to tell you what the evidence actually says about making it better. Hi, all of you rheumatoid arthritis warrior. This is Dr. Ananta Subedi, a rheumatologist and a coach at the Rheum Doc. Before I go further, I have a small request to you all. My marketing team told me that almost 90% of you who are watching this video hasn't subscribed. So help patients who have RA with fatigue by subscribing to our channel. Also, don't forget to download the gifts that includes a free copy of the book as well as a recipe for anti-inflammatory smoothie, which you can find in the description below. First, let's name how real is this problem. The problem of fatigue. Fatigue is one of the most reported symptoms in rheumatoid arthritis, consistently ranking alongside pain and morning stiffness in surveys of what patients say most affect their quality of life. Studies estimate that anywhere from 40 to 80% of people with RA experience clinically significant fatigue. Not occasional tiredness, persistent, debilitating fatigue that limits work, relationships, and your daily function. And here's what makes it particularly hard. Fatigue does not show up on your x-rays or the blood tests. You can have a normal C-reactive protein and still feeling completely drained and exhausted. That invisibility is part of what makes it so frustrating to you. So let's start with why it happens. RA fatigue is not one thing. It has multiple causes that often overlap, and treating it well means understanding which drivers are at play for you. I think about it in three different categories. Number one, the inflammatory fatigue. When your immune system is active, your inflammatory chemicals like TNF and interleukin-6 are circulating in your body. Those same chemicals act on your central nervous system. Think of it this way. Your brain is getting a signal that says emergency. And when your brain is consistently in emergency mode, it conserves energy. It slows you down. That is the fatigue as a biological response. This is why people with active, uncontrolled disease feel the worst fatigue. And is also why when biologics and JAK inhibitors work to reduce inflammation, the fatigue often improves alongside your joint symptoms. In one of the studies in 2023, it found that multiple biologics, including TNF blockers such as adalimumab, golimumab, and tocilizumab, and also the JAK inhibitors, including the baricitinib, the tofacitinib, and Rinvoq, all significantly reduced the fatigue compared to placebo when they were not taking these medications. The key takeaway: controlling disease activity is the #1 step in managing your fatigue. That's why medications matter to manage your fatigue symptoms. Driver number 2, sleep disruption. Pain is not a good sleeping partner. When your joints hurt at night, and in RA, night pain and early morning stiffness are the classic symptoms. Your sleep architecture also breaks down. You get less deep and restorative sleep. You wake up more often than usual because of the pain. And here is where it gets circular. Poor sleep raises your inflammatory markers. Research shows that sleep deprivation increases your C-reactive protein and TNF-alpha, which is an inflammatory chemical. So the inflammation causes sleep disruption, and the sleep disruption worsens your inflammation. And you are caught in this loop of inflammation and sleep problem. In a study in 2025 involving more than 700 RA patients, confirmed that sleep quality was independently correlated with depression risk in RA patient, separate from the disease activity of rheumatoid arthritis. This driver number 2 is often not addressed adequately in most of the rheumatology clinic because it requires a separate conversation about the sleep. And you know that most of the rheumatologists don't have enough time to talk about sleep beyond your rheumatoid arthritis symptoms. That's why when you go see your rheumatologist next time, ask them about your sleep. Tell them about what you are struggling with your sleep so that we can manage the sleep to help with your fatigue. The driver number 3, deconditioning and low mood. When everything hurts and you are exhausted, you move less. That's not weakness, that's normal physiology. But the less you move, the more your cardiovascular fitness declines, and the lower your fitness is, the less energy reserve you have. The less energy you have, the harder it is to do anything, and the more likely you are in the feeling down stage and more fatigue. Let's also talk about the low mood, particularly depression and anxiety. This is a significantly common problem in people who have rheumatoid arthritis than in general population. And we know from research that depression and fatigue have a bi-directional relationship. Each one worsen the other. Depression make your fatigue worse and fatigue make you more depressed. So you end up with 3 drivers stacking on top of each other. The active inflammation stealing your energy, poor sleep not restoring your sleep, and deconditioning reducing your capacity altogether. So those 3 drivers cause your fatigue much worse. Understanding which of these 3 drivers are dominant for you is a key to knowing where to focus our energy on. This is the part nobody gets a prescription for. I want to walk you through what the evidence supports, not just the supplement or the wellness blogs, the peer-reviewed research that tells us what works for you. So number 1, control your disease first. This might sound obvious, but it is worth saying. If your medication isn't controlling your inflammation well, you are fighting an uphill battle on the fatigue control. If you are still significantly fatigued on your current regimen, talk with your rheumatologist about whether your treatment is optimized or not. The target in rheumatoid arthritis, as we have talked before, is remission or low disease activity. This is the foundation in RA treatment. So if your disease is not well controlled, it will make you more fatigued. So ask your rheumatologist this question, whether you are in remission or low disease activity or not. Number 2, exercise. For a long time, the standard advice was rest during flare and gentle movement otherwise. The research has moved past that recommendation. In 2025, a randomized controlled trial showed that high-intensity interval training or HIIT exercise plus strength exercise in patients with RA that is supervised 3 times a week for 12 weeks, they found that the fatigue was significantly better for those who did those exercise. When they followed those patients up to 12 months, those effects still continued. That's why exercise is a key part of treatment for fatigue in rheumatoid arthritis. But be careful. If you are having an active flare, you may not be able to do the HIIT exercise. So calm down the inflammation first, and then you can go to the gym for increased physical activity and strength training exercises, which can help you manage your fatigue long term. Another study also showed that even intermittent aerobic exercises, 3 sessions per week for 6 weeks, significantly improve both physical and cognitive fatigue, as well as the symptoms of depression in RA patients with sleep problems. That's why any type of physical activity is helpful both in RA as well as fatigue coming in rheumatoid arthritis. The important caveat, exercise during a bad flare is different. You have to adapt. You do what you can. But the takeaway is consistent movement in any form is the strongest non-drug tool for managing your fatigue. So don't underestimate the power of exercise. That's why in our NESSCAR, NESSCAR, exercise is medicine. So move your joints. They will be happier and you will be happier with less fatigue. The next strategy is address your sleep directly. Not just try to sleep more. address the things that are disrupting your sleep. For rheumatoid arthritis patients, that usually mean managing nighttime pain, and talking with your rheumatologist can help you. If you are waking up with pain, timing of your medication matters. Look at your sleep hygiene basics, such as consistent sleep, dark room, making your room cooler, and limiting your screen time. These are the simple strategies that can help you manage your sleep better. And if you are still struggling, ask for a referral to a sleep doctor who can help you guide and help you manage your sleep better. That's why in our NESSCAR framework, we have sleep. And sleep is when healing happens. And sleep also gives you less fatigue if you are able to manage better sleep. Now, the third one is the mind-body connection. Studies have suggested that cognitive behavioral therapy and self-management program can significantly help improve your fatigue, and it's a real effect. What this looks like is a practice, learning to pace your activities, restructuring how you would think about energy, addressing the psychological barrier for chronic illness management. These are the skills that you need to learn with a chronic disease like rheumatoid arthritis. That's why ask your rheumatologist on these techniques, such as cognitive behavioral therapy and self-management program to manage your fatigue. And this comes within the stress care in our NESSCAR framework. The next is the nutrition that matters more than you think. Take an anti-inflammatory diet high in omega-3 fatty acids, vegetables, fibers, and low in processed food and refined sugars. These support your immune regulation and reduce the background inflammation that is contributing to your fatigue symptoms. Before I close, let me give you something practical. At your next rheumatology visit, I want you to actually say these words, and you can note it down. Fatigue is significantly impacting my quality of life. I would like to address it specifically today. Don't wait for your doctor to ask. Name it, make it part of your agenda on your next visit. Then ask 3 important questions. Number 1, is my disease activity well controlled, or could we do better on managing our rheumatoid arthritis? Number 2, is there anything in my current medication that could be contributing to my fatigue? And number 3, can you refer me to a physical therapy or occupational therapy to help build an appropriate exercise plan? So 3 important questions that will help your RA and help your fatigue. Fatigue in RA is real. It is physiological. It is not you being lazy or weak or dramatic. It happens because of active inflammation talks to your brain, because pain steals your sleep, and because the exhaustion of chronic illness gradually limits your life. But there are real evidence-based things you can do about it. Control your disease, move more than you think you can, fix your sleep, address the mental load, eat in a way that reduces systemic inflammation. That is what I call the NESSCAR system. It does not replace the medication, it works alongside with your medication. If you found this helpful, please share it with someone in your life who is also suffering with RA and fatigue. And subscribe to our channel and like our video so that other RA warriors can also find these videos. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.